ทุกเรื่องมี2ด้านเสมอนะครับมีสูงก็ต้องมีต่ำมีดำก็ต้องมีขาวมีเรื่องที่ชอบก็ต้องมีเรื่องที่ไม่ปลื้มเช่นกันรวมฮิตความคิดฝรั่งคราวนี้ทีมงานก็เลยรวบรวมเอาเรื่องที่ชาวต่างชาติไม่โอเคกับเมืองไทยกลับมาให้ชมกันอีกครั้งไปฟังพวกเขากันเลยครับ
The only thing that I'd say bothers me sometimes is the tuk-tuk drivers. They're a bit, I don't know, aggressively keen on you coming with them.
A bit invasive.
A little, yeah.
In the Netherlands, we have sidewalks everywhere. In Thailand, sometimes you walk on the road, you walk everywhere, and you cross everywhere. You don't have always traffic lights for walkers. The crossing lines.
Yeah.
How's it called? In the Netherlands, everyone stops, every car. Here in Thailand, no.
Thailand seems like everyone is driving however he or she wants. Like no matter how many beers or Hong Kong is already in them. Germany the police is way more strict. Less people break the rules and with alcohol checks and that stuff. They get raised with those rules and they follow them more.
Also road safety, I don't drive here just because of that. Like maybe the islands, but not in Bangkok. It's too much.
It's organised chaos.
Yeah.
Because for you guys, it's probably organised. But for us, we have no idea.
Yeah.
It's literally hope for the best.
Chance
Don't get hit. There should be more organisation. Especially for tourists, letting them know how you're meant to cross the road.
Yeah.
Instead of just like, good luck, don't get hit. So.
I think it's a bit chaotic. Like I think there's just a lot, like you said, a lot of the rules are optional. Like just being in taxis, we've nearly been hit a load of times. Like being in tuk-tuks, we've nearly been hit by cars. Like it's just a little bit every man for themselves, and people don't really necessarily worry about what the next person's doing.
But it's more like a controlled chaos, you know?
There's a lot more discipline on the roads in Canada. Like the rules are the rules, everyone follows them. Like they might not be great drivers, but they at least follow the rules.
Sometimes, obviously, because we're foreigners, we get charged more than a local would. Same with like national parks. That's one of the big things right now as well is national parks. We've got to pay like 400 baht for some national parks, and Thai people have to pay like 20 baht, which is not fair sometimes.
How about in vice versa?
In the UK, one price for everything. Buses, everything, one price. National parks, there's no two pricing in England. It's just one price for everything.
But once we go with friends to meet in Sukhumvit areas, the prices get crazy. I mean, like yesterday evening, we thought like, oh, we just stopped by in a small bar, and suddenly we were paying 150 baht for a small beer, which is ridiculous, even in German standard.
There are some issues. I think that the taxi mafia in Phuket need to be sorted out. They've been inflating the prices of taxis in Phuket for a very long time. It's not about not being prepared to pay a little bit more, it's about not being ripped off.
Dual pricing. Yeah, so essentially a lot of places will charge foreigners more, and the reason supposed to be behind it is because tourists don't pay tax, which I get, but I'm not a tourist, I pay tax, so if I'm paying equal tax, I should not have to pay more just because I'm from a different country. Well, like if I explain it to somebody charging me double price, you know, they're selling tickets. What are they going to do? You know, they're following the rules, they're doing their job. It's not their fault. But yeah, that's pretty much the one thing that bugs me.
Hard when you come from like a Western world to really understand why things get done a certain way in Thailand.
Like what?
So paperwork, at home it would be much more efficient, much quicker, like maybe one piece of paper. In Thailand it's like 100 pieces of paper, lots of stamps, you have to go to different people for different things. And also things like, just like bribery and corruption that you just kind of encounter. Like if you have money, things get done faster for you. Or you don't have to do it the right way. There's corruption in my country, there's corruption in every country, but I feel like in Thailand it's like this well-known thing, but nothing ever gets done about it. And it's just kind of like,
And I feel that here it's difficult to criticize anyone who is senior to you. So even in your workplace, it's not normal for Thai people to criticize their elders or their seniors, even to the government. And for me, I think that's not a good thing because that's how you can improve yourself or as a country. So yeah, I find that kind of strange. I really respect the younger generation in Thailand at the moment because I think that they are quite brave, like fighting to change some of the systems in the country. So just keep fighting and everything will get better.
The economy of Thailand is not all above board. In Thailand, it's part of day-to-day life. It's everything. Whether it's buying a ticket for something or dealing with immigration or whatever. So there's always something that's under the table a little bit, but that's just a way of life here. And it's a way of life that exists in other countries as well. In Thailand, it's a bit more obvious, that's all. In some other countries, there's a lot of animosity towards foreigners. And here there is some at certain times, and I think if the economy goes bad, there'll be a little bit more animosity for people who have money and those who don't. But as a foreigner, it's just something I have to be aware of and be culturally sensitive. But I think the positives far outweigh the negatives in Thailand. It's a great country. You should be proud to be Thai.
Western-minded people often want to change things. We want to go in and make things better and change and push for what we want. And a lot of Thai people are content with keeping things the way that they are. So when we're trying to push for big changes and they're no, that can be difficult for us. I've had some kids with special needs students. People aren't really willing to change the way that the classroom operates or change the school to accommodate them. Because in the society, I feel oftentimes they want to push for those students to normalize to what everyone else is rather than trying to help them.
Individually.
Right. Yeah, and meet their individual needs. It's about the group mindset. You're teaching to the exam too, rather than teaching a way of thinking, which is what I believe in. The educators are there to guide you along to what you want to learn about. And here it's very much this is what you're learning. You don't have time to explore your different interests at school. That's what you do outside of school.
What frustrates me is that I have to think that this is how it's supposed to do. Something must happen, and that's how it's been done forever. So when you come with a new idea which sort of contradicts that, or with a new approach, I think they find it hard to let go of what their math methods are, or with what their methodology was. I think it's when you clash with the philosophies or with the methodologies or with the way of seeing things.
I think the biggest con is just the subtleties of the hierarchy system and sometimes if you ask for something to be changed or done, they won't say no to your face, and they might say yes, but then it won't get done because they don't want to say no to you, but they're not gonna say it, so they're just oh yeah, of course, and then it never gets done. There's some frustrations with why didn't you just tell me I couldn't do that, or it had to be this way, I understand that. So when I was first here, it was very frustrating, but now I expect those kind of things, so you just have to learn how to navigate it and understand when you're overstepping or asking too much. So I wouldn't say it's not a massive problem for me anymore.
ฟังเรื่องราวที่ชาวต่างชาติไม่ปลื้มเมืองไทยกันไปแล้วคิดเห็นยังไงรู้สึกยังไงบอกกล่าวกันได้ในคอมเมนต์เลยนะครับรวมฮิตความคิดฝรั่งในคราวหน้าจะเป็นเรื่องอะไรอย่าลืมติดตามกันด้วยนะครับ